Woo, they on me, y'all. Making it real hard for me to knock these shows out, but I'm getting it. This is especially a special one for y'all today. DOJ has asked the judge to drop all the charges against Donald Trump in the January 6th case. Check this out. I have a question about that though, because I need to know something. Do they know something that we don't know? Because there seems to be many moving parts to this situation, but let's get into it. A judge agrees to dismiss Donald Trump's 2020 election interference case. This is the one where they're trying to say that Donald Trump interfered in the transfer of power after he was deemed no longer the president on January 6th. As you all know, many people were hurt in that situation. A lot of people lost their lives. Well, one person lost her life, as well as a lot of people got arrested and are still in jail. And there's a lot of questions about that. But as far as Donald Trump, president-elect, is concerned, the charges have been dropped against him. This from MSNBC. Check this out.
In a striking move, the Justice Department abandoning the federal criminal charges that had loomed over now President-elect Trump in Washington and Florida for more than a year. Special counsel Jack Smith saying his decision does not turn on the gravity of the crimes charged, the strength of the government's proof, or the merits of the prosecution. But the DOJ has a long-standing policy against prosecuting a sitting president. And the department believes the Constitution requires dismissing the cases before the defendant is inaugurated.
So, as y'all can see, they're talking about, they said the Constitution. Now, I did not even know this. Now, we need to really be doing our homework on stuff like this because this is stuff that we should know as citizens, as human beings, as regular everyday people. The Constitution requires dismissing the cases before the defendant is inaugurated. That means before he even goes and puts his hands up and accepts the presidency, they have to wipe those charges off of his record. So not only is it a win for him as the president, but it's also a win for him because the charges are basically going to have to be dropped. And as we talked about it last week, the charges in New York are also dropped because of the almost like the same thing. So seems like a really big win for President Trump. I don't know, but it's like a lot of things formed against him, and he came out swinging. So no matter what side we're on, I think we do have to really honestly say that he's a strong president, and he basically got out of this and he got out of the, got into being a president. So he got elected, That's what I'm trying to say. But the Constitution requires dismissing the case before the defendant is inaugurated. I had no idea of anything like that being legal, but I guess so.
Before the defendant is inaugurated. The judge in Washington signing off on that today. The move by Smith, while expected, a notable defeat.
Yeah, can you see his face? Now you tell me, does that look like somebody that wants to do what he's doing? That looked like somebody that wished that, that was banking on somebody else winning the presidency right there. He doesn't look too happy in his little, movements here, And you can tell by a man's demeanor, Also, I want to ask a question. Is he trying to make sure that he doesn't rattle the cage too much and get the president angry? I mean, he is about to come back into office, so you wouldn't want to get the boss angry, right? Because what would the boss do? That's the next part that I want to cover with you guys. The boss. And what is Trump good for? You're fired. And if you got a special counsel person and you got somebody that's running the DOJ that's actually trying to bring up cases against you, you think they're going to keep that person in that position? Night Code 7. How you doing? Thanks for being the first one here. Share, like, and subscribe if you like the content. Today, as you can see, DOJ, Jack Smith, special counsel. He's asked to drop the charges against President-elect Trump. What do you guys think about his face right here? You think that's a face of happiness? Don't look too happy to me. Well, y'all can't see it too good. I'm over here talking about his face. Let me zoom in for y'all. How y'all think he look? What kind of face is that to y'all? You're not looking too happy there, huh? Jack Smith, he ain't looking too happy. He's not. That look like a man that's defeated, like they're saying. That look like a man that's defeated. Also, a man that's going to probably lose his job 9 times out of 10.
Notable defeat after launching a pair of historic cases, a first of their kind against a former president.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
The Trump team calling today's dismissals a major victory for the rule of law, as the president-elect had made his criminal exposure a centerpiece of his campaign.
I'm being indicted for you. Don't worry about these fake indictments. It's actually driven our poll numbers way up.
Mr. Trump often railing against Smith.
I would fire him within 2 seconds.
Smith expected to step down on his own soon.
Oh, so wait a minute. Was I right, possibly? Guess I was right. Shout out to Breaking News. Shout out to NBC News. Shout out to Donald Trump. Source Hewitt Radio Show. Let's give you your props from October the 24th. I just said it. He said he would fire him in 2 seconds. But that's what anybody would do when you got somebody that's trying to get you arrested and put you in jail, right?
Smith expected to step down on his own soon, his cases never getting close to trial, stymied in appeals. In Washington, the Supreme Court finding Mr. Trump immune for some of his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. While in Florida, a federal judge found Smith was wrongly appointed, dismissing the accusations Mr. Trump unlawfully ordered associates to keep classified documents at Mar-a-Lago after he left office.
They said he was wrongfully appointed. What do they mean? Like they wasn't even supposed to bring him to court for that? What? Let's not get past that part.
While in Florida, a federal judge found Smith was wrongly appointed, dismissing the accusations Mr. Trump unlawfully ordered associates to keep classified documents at Mar-a-Lago after he left office.
And Laura joined me now. So the federal...
Wait a minute. So that means if he was wrongfully appointed and he's with the DOJ, then the DOJ was wrongfully appointed to go after Trump. So who appointed the DOJ to go after Trump? Who signed off on it? Anybody know? You want to put your comments down there? Who signed off on the DOJ? I'm doing good. What about you? I'm doing good. So I just want to ask a question. If anybody knows, let's be smart here. Who signed off on the DOJ saying that they can go and prosecute Donald Trump? Who do you think that person was? I think it's 2 names that come to my mind when I think about that. And I'm just going to put it out there. I'm thinking Joe Biden or Nancy Pelosi, if they have the power to do something like that. Whoever has the power to enact whoever has the power to enact, like, to put the DOJ, to activate them, that should be the person that's basically looked at as, who appointed Jack Smith. Let me see. Obama. Martin Nielsen says Obama. Amy Perry, Joe Biden, and Nancy Pelosi. Chuck Schumer. Ooh, you know what, Amy? I was gonna say Chuck Schumer, but I didn't think of him because, I just didn't. I don't know why I didn't think of him, but I thought of everybody else that I said, Joe Biden, and just that you said, Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi. But Chuck Schumer, I didn't think about that. Whew.
cases that's been written. What about the state case is still out there?
Yes, Les, a real question.
So now we talked about the state case already, so we're not going to go into that. I don't want to stay on MSNBC too long because they struck me yesterday. They getting real nasty with me, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. They don't like this content that I'm giving you. They don't like the way that I'm being like I'm not being one-sided. I'm like just being fair. So we read now and then we just show photos as well. So it's okay because I have no problem with reading. I think it actually makes me better and it makes my pronunciation better. So let's go for it. It's a lot to read. I hope y'all stay with me, but let's just go for it. Special Counsel Jack Smith requests dismissal of federal criminal case against Trump. Apparent end to the Justice Department efforts to hold Trump accountable for what prosecutors characterize as criminal conspiracy to cling to power after losing re-election of 2020. We already heard a lot about this part right here. There is one specific part that I saw in this that I wanted you guys to see right here. It says special, come on, you're messing with my people. Special Counsel Jack Smith's team emphasized that the move to end their prosecution was not a reflection on the merits of the case, but a recognition of legal shield that surrounds any commander-in-chief. So he's basically saying that there's a legal shield that we already saw on the video that they were talking about that basically says you cannot prosecute a sitting president. Okay. So, and then it said at the end of it, which was pretty funny, that he was going to step down. I guess he's going to step down because of the comment that Donald Trump basically put up there when he said, I would fire him in a minute. And to put some more icing on that, let's listen to what the Washington Post has to say. Shout out to MSNBC. Way too early. It's kind of grainy as far as the video is concerned. But the message that's being said here is very important because it leads up to what we just said about Jack Smith, the whole department being fired.
President-elect Trump is planning to fire Special Prosecutor Jack Smith's entire team that pursued 2 prosecutions against him. The Washington Post is reporting that Trump's list includes career attorneys typically spared during presidential transitions. That's according to 2 individuals close to the transition team. Meanwhile, Trump's pick for a new pick, Pam Bondi, said this regarding firing career prosecutors at DOJ during an August 2023 appearance on Fox News.
The Department of Justice, the prosecutors will be prosecuted, the bad ones. The investigators will be investigated because the deep state, last term for President Trump, they were hiding in the shadows, but now they have a spotlight on them. Because the deep state, last term for President Trump, they were hiding in the shadows.
So they thought they got away a little bit with Matt Gaetz falling back, and they knew that he was going to be a hound dog because they were coming after him. Also, I think he probably backed up because, it was going to be too much surrounding him. But this part here, it holds really evident in what we spoke about and what we just led up to, because the DOJ is being blamed for weaponizing their department. And as we already said here, we had a smart, enlightened person that said, that was Amy Perry, that said Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer. That there goes together with the DOJ weaponizing, and that's the people that did it. Zio Agenda, Martin Nielsen, Merrick Garland appointed Jack Smith. Yep. Laura Bigelow in 2022. I looked it up on Google. Isn't he isn't he a S assaulter still? Mario Luigi, what's up, 100, y'all? You know what? Overeasy. I'm going to say something to that because we have to remain optimistic and we have to remain real in our mindsets. They have a saying that says, where there's smoke, there's fire. So I don't know about Gates myself, and I'm not going to stamp any man that I don't know about personally or I haven't seen with my own eyes. What I would like to ask you guys is if you like the content. I'm trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. I need 400 more subscribers. If you guys could subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. I promise you I'll keep on coming on here, busting my butt and bringing you the best information that I can and not talking that much because I know y'all don't really like hearing from me. Y'all really just like watching the videos and stuff, I know. But we can't do that because yesterday, all the efforts that we put in only got us a little bit of views because I got a copyright strike. So that's why I started to talk more and I'm starting to read more. And I'm trying to make sure that my reading is well so that you guys can want to hear me and make sure that I want to sound like them when I'm talking. I'm not all perfect and everything like that, but maybe I can give you the news the way that we can take it all in. Anyway, I just want to say one thing to you guys for coming. I'm so happy that you're here. I thank you for coming. I love the fact that I see those comments going up because that means that I'm not just talking to my phone. I love you guys and I thank you so much for following up with me and coming here. I look forward to 10:30 hour to hanging out with you guys and not being one-sided. I want to get to the rest of this information here and I want you guys to have a fantastic day, but we're going to keep on going. Let's go.
But now they have a spotlight on them. Investigators will be investigated because the deep state, last term for President Trump, they were hiding in the shadows. But now they have a spotlight on them.
Joining us now, a senior NBC News national politics reporter, Jonathan Allen. Good to see you again, John. So let's talk about this moves here, expected moves from Trump about DOJ, firing a Smith's team, and then this idea of even going after some of those in the department, firing them. There's been some chatter even trying to bring up some on charges. What's the impact there in Washington?
Well, I think the big impact is that it has a huge chilling effect on the Department of Justice and its willingness to investigate certainly President Trump, but more importantly, to investigate anybody who might be affiliated with him. Obviously, you know, as president, he has the ability to fire any political appointees who have not already resigned. Certainly, there's also a potential chilling effect where you have civil servants who decide that rather than being fired, they want to resign. So there are those chilling effects. But basically, this, you know, feels like a big threat from Trump to the Justice Department, whether or not he is able to affect all of the changes he might want to affect remains to be seen.
So, John, obviously Matt Gaetz withdrew his nomination last week when it was very clear that he was not going to get the votes needed, that even up to a dozen Republican senators might have come out against him.
See, so it was just too much that was just messing up the pool when it came down to Gaetz. So, you know, it just wasn't a good situation for him to stay in. I understand that, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty. But we live in America, guys, and y'all know that they're just gonna pass that. And as he just said, 12 Republican senators weren't gonna go for it. So let's just count it as that. And you know, hopefully we get a good representative in the new AG that we do have. She seems really good. She's on top of her job, and seems like she's picking up from where everyone, where he would have started, So she's picking up, as well as I'm sure she's well informed of what her position is, because the commander in chief was the first person that they tried to come after. And I am, again, not being any particular side, but again, where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's just too much information coming out right now for me to ignore. Information may bother you, and it may get on your nerves, and it may make you feel a certain way emotionally. But at the end of the day, we have to still take in this information in order to know what we have to deal with it at the end of the day. We can't just be blinded to what's going on out here in the world. You know, we can't do that. And sad to say, that was the last clip of the day. I actually did 2 shows today. My earliest show was about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. If you guys want to go check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for StreamYard so that I can sit down, put the little screen up and work it out so that you guys can really, get some better views and really faster clips of me putting certain stuff up. I'm gonna learn how to do it much better so that we can get a lot going here. He should nominate Josh Hawley. He's been eating Republican. He's been eating people up Congress for accountability. I'm left out. I recognize he's been on it lately. Anthony says it's the same thing they tried with Brett. Cat Gates, he still would be working on the sidelines with President Trump. You might be right about that, Cat. Mario, focus on our country, our homeless, our economy. Okay, Mario, me and you got to talk. USA should not be involved, period. You right about that. You right about that. Anybody who takes the life of another is bad. Yo, Mario, you can come here any day. Mario, you can come here any day. I do not believe in people hurting each other, and you bringing tears to my eyes because I feel so strongly about that. I don't believe in people hurting each other and stuff like that. It bothers me. Casper, I don't want to talk about that, Casper, because they're going to tear me up as soon as I say those two words. But I do acknowledge you. Anthony Rodriguez, I do acknowledge you. I want to get to this right here. USA should not be involved, period. And then focus on our country, our homeless, and our economy. I want to focus on something that I think we need to pay attention to. A bag of potato chips is now almost $1. I'm talking about when you go in a regular corner store. We need to, whoever makes these products that we eat, we need to just go right at them. We need to ban them or something. Start writing letters to Drake's, to Little Debbie. I'm serious. To Wise, to whoever makes these potato chips Utz. We need to write letters to them and say, look, put some more potato chips in these bags and lower the price. I'm not playing. There's no way in the world a bag of potato chips with 17 or 25 potato chips in them should be $1 and some change. I don't care if I'm telling my age, but when I was little, 50-cent bag of chips and a sandwich, you was lit. You was good. 50-cent bag of Bontons, you was straight. You getting 17 pieces of potato in a bag now. No one's talking about it. Not only that, but the food tastes terrible. It's got some nasty hint of non-being natural in it. It's not even right. Wheat tastes terrible. Cookies don't taste right no more. What's going on? So it's not just the economy. It's the economy plus what they feeding us. So what I want to talk about and what I want to see prices go down. I don't want to see them trying to say, oh, we're going to put some more money, you can get more money on your job, whatever, and keep on having prices go up. Because once they go up like that and they get stuck, it's just like the price of a token. The prices don't go down on tokens or to get flights and stuff like that unless, let's say, a flight maybe because of gas or whatever like that. But if what Trump is saying, gas prices going down is going to affect businesses and things like that, I want to see it at the supermarket. I want to see it at the supermarket. I want to see it in a bag of potato chips. I want to see it on a bag of rice. I want to see the old price and I want to see the new price. I want to see the price of 2024 and I want the price of 2025 for it to go down. So if that bag of rice is $2.99, 2025, I want to see that bag of rice go down to $1.99. I'm not being cheap or greedy. I want prices to go back to where the H they need to be at so that we can survive and be able to live and have some type of savings and means to us. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I appreciate you guys for always coming. And just wanted to get that out and let you guys know how I feel. Yeah. No, I know you're saying it don't work that way, but Mario, how does it work? Leave it in the comments because I need to know. Call me stupid, but Mario, I need to know. In capitalism, you cannot tell businesses to change their prices, and now that those companies have raised their prices and people are buying them, they have no motivation to lower the prices. How about if we stop buying the stuff then? How about that? Mario said that's not easy because when there's only 2 or 3 companies we have the illusion of choice because they're all subsidiaries. Yeah, just like the music companies. Milk tastes like powdered milk now. What the F happened to milk? Clowns, yeah, shoes MMA. Yeah, for chips. So I'm used to being 50 cents. Now it's $2. Thank you, Moonlight. Thank you. Like I'm crazy. The chemicals that make Cheetos orange, if you take the pure form and put it on skin, it can make your skin see through. They slowly affecting the kids. What they trying to make people invisible out here? And I hear what you're saying, and I just said that about the prices of stuff. They're not gonna go down. I'm angry about that. But what happens if we stop buying it? Seriously, what if we just be like, yo, we ain't buying them potato chips because they cost too much. Let's do that for a month. All of us, they gonna drop the price or go out of business. How about that? Straight up. We the only ones that can do that. That's why sometimes I be like, yo, you should be a politician. I be wanting to be a politician sometimes, but I got too much other stuff going on, and I want to benefit in my life. I want to make money, and I don't want to be rich from being a politician by stealing from people. I'd rather be rich from working and earning it by what I'm doing. But I would love to be a politician, and I would go after stuff like that what you're saying about prices and stuff like that. Because all you got to do is rally the people. And once we the people say we not buying Bon-Ton or Wise or Utz, guess what? They going to change the price. Straight up. We tell them straight up and down, we ain't buying it then. Keep it on the shelf till they go nasty. That's the same thing that they did when they wasn't going on the buses. All right, we going to walk. It was real. It was hard. It wasn't easy. But guess what? When they stopped getting them buses moving and there wasn't nothing happening, yeah, we got to do what these people say because the people are in charge. What about those jobs that are lost when you shut down the companies? Wait a minute, what are you talking about? They're not going to shut down the companies, Keith, because the company going to realize after a month, you know what? We got to lower these prices. And ain't nobody going to get fired. They're going to lower them prices because they're inflating the prices, period. How a potato costs 75 cents now? Facts, my brother. We should stand together in most issues. That's right. That's what trust is all about. That's what antitrust is all about, Mario said. Mario said if we look at the history of the U.S. economy, the last 100 years, I was reading that. I can't read all of this, but y'all getting busy right now. You're not stupid, bro. Many people don't have the inside scoop on this subject. Mario, the power's in our pockets. Our buying power. There you go, Mario. And Keith, I hear what you're saying, but those people not going to get fired. Mario, here we go. If we look at the history of the U.S. economy last 100 years, once inflation happens, prices don't drop. The way we adjust to it is creating a strong economy and creating more revenue and better pay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We need our own businesses become employers and not employees. You're right again. That's why I do it, but it's hard. It's hard to be your own boss. It's not like I'm going to be able to get investors out here, and I got some mean companies. I got Big Drip. Ain't nobody buy a shirt in 2 months. Ain't even going to lie. Won't buy a 4-pack. Won't help me out. I'm still over here pushing. But hey, okay. Be your own boss, all right. That's not a solution. Wait a minute. That's not a solution, though, because we all need workers for our own companies. Ha. Yeah, but guess what? A lot of people don't want to be bosses, and that's what is okay, Manuel. It's okay. A lot of people don't want to be bosses. A lot of people want to work for people. They don't have no problem working for somebody. Can't all be business owners. You're right. You're right. Mario, right. The prices won't go back down. No, they won't. They won't, 100%. They won't. And we need to get a strong economy so our pays can go up. And if this, look at this federal thing over here. Employee rights, it says federal wages are $7.25. The state is $15. That's what they pay. That's the max. That's the minimum wage. Minimum wage federal is $7.25. State is $15. And how are we gonna survive off of that? When a gallon of that nasty milk that tastes like powdered milk costs $10. For real. We need to be on some stuff like we not paying for it. Straight up. Or how about y'all give us a revenue sheet? We want to see how much them potatoes cost. Because how in the world are we paying $2 for a bag of potato chips? Straight up. You can't even go in the store and buy a snack no more. That's not a snack. That's like lunch. I'm serious, man. It's crazy. It is called greed, Mr. Scribbles. It is. $7.25 is crazy. I'm 31 years old and the minimum wage is the exact same it was when we first started working at 14. Come on, man. What do you think happens to prices when pay go up on everybody? Yeah, the prices go up. So that's why, how about we do it the other way like I said? We go to the source. We find out the reason why these potatoes cost so much. Why this bag costs so much. Why, I want to know all that stuff right there. Get to the source of that. Let's work it backwards. What made the price go up? And you should know from looking at an itemized list of what you paid for, what made the price of something go up or what made the price of it go down. So we can look into that. That's like forensic analyst right there that can do that. A better mathematician that I know, somebody that I don't know that can do it. But I'm sure that we can get to the bottom line and find out where the inflation is. And I guarantee you, more than 20% is bukala, BS, stuff that they added there. For real. And if it's gas, if it's the price of oil and gas from moving around, okay, cool. So that should mean that when the price of gas goes down, the price of other stuff should go down too. Instead of the way that you guys said it, where it's like, if we give more money to the people that work, then the cost of everything is going to go up. So getting back to what Manuel said, that's why the federal is $7.25 and the state is $15. And how can we live off of that when the rent in a city like mine in New York City, a one bedroom is like $2,500. You got to work 2 jobs and have somebody living with you. Somebody got to live in the sink in order for you to be able to pay your rent. And how you going to eat after that? So just wanted to get to you guys and give you guys some information. I know we went off topic today, but I appreciate you. And I don't mind going into the comments and going back and forth with you because it's basically us relating and getting used to each other. I really appreciate the time that you spend here. Hopefully you guys go check out some merch at the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Always, as I always tell you, you could have went anywhere, but the fact that you came here, I appreciate you. Going over, like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate you. Like I said, I'm getting to the 20,000 mark. I need like 400 more subscribers in order to do that. Promise to keep on giving you guys good content. I read your comments. Anything that you have to say that would uplift the show to make things better, I take it as constructive criticism. We're going to get better. We're going to get our digital stuff going. I got somebody coming in here to help me with StreamYard so that I could be able to have my cameras up and everything and not have to do it this way all the time. And this way I won't be getting copyright strikes from YouTube from using other people's content as much because I'll be able to sit down and read the way everybody else does. But like I always tell you guys, I appreciate you for coming. I love these moments where we get to hang out. We went a little over today, but I thank you so much for coming here. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So till tomorrow, like I always tell you, get 'em! 1.